Assalamualaikum class 9 students. Today as you know we have started chapter number 9 transport, and in previous lecture we have discovered our topic about transporting plants. Today we will start our new topic, and that is about transport in humans. Okay, so today we will do this topic, transport in humans. Okay, so what is transport in humans? Transport in humans. So before starting this chapter, I have told you what is a transport. Transport means the materials, the substances which transfer from one cell to the another cell in a body of a living organism. Okay, so now we will discuss the transport in humans, that how things are transported in the body of humans. So in humans, when we talk about human transport system divided into two parts. First is called blood circulatory system, and the second one is called lymphatic system. So these two systems, when they are combined in human body, they make the transport system in human body. Okay. So now we will discuss what are these systems. And the other important thing of transport in human is that it is a closed circulatory system. It is a closed circulatory system. So question is that what is the meaning of closed circulatory system? Closed circulatory system means a system in which your blood never leaves your capillaries, never leave your capillaries, arteries, and veins. So these are three important blood vessels which work in our transport human system. So the transport system in human is a closed circulatory system, in which the meaning of closed circulatory system is that your blood never leaves your capillaries, your arteries and vein in your human body. Okay. So now we will discuss transport in humans can be divided into two main systems. First is called blood circulatory system and second is called lymphatic system. Blood circulatory system further divided into three parts, and that is blood, heart and blood vessels. And blood vessels. So what is a blood? Blood is actually the medium which is transport in the human transport system. Heart is a pumping organ. And what are blood vessels? We have discussed. We have a network of capillaries, veins, and arteries in our body. Okay. So transport in humans divided into two main systems. First is called blood circulatory system. Second is called lymphatic system. Blood circulatory system further divided into three parts. First is blood. Definitely our body needs blood. So blood is the medium which is transported in each and every organ in our body. Heart. Heart is a pumping organ. Definitely this blood comes to your heart, and heart pumps blood to all organs inside your body. And when the heart pumps this blood, definitely it will goes to main artery, then goes to arteries, and then the capillary, which consists of small tubes and which are present inside your organs. Okay, so this is the whole circle of the blood circulatory system. Now we will discuss about what is the lymphatic system. So lymphatic system consists of limbs. Lymph is a tube which is filled with a fluid. It is a tube filled with fluid. So this thing is clear to you that when two systems are working inside your body, so lymphatic system consists of a lymph and every lymph consists of a tube, a network of tube which all are filled with fluid. So at the same time, the blood and the lymphatic system, the blood circulatory system and the lymphatic system, they both are working inside the body at the same time. So because of that, the substances, the materials and the things which are dissolved in the water, they are transported from one cell to the another cell. Now we will next discuss about the composition of blood. I hope you understand it. Now we will discuss the composition of blood. How blood is made. Composition of blood. Now we discuss which things are present in the blood. So because of blood circulatory system, first we discuss about the blood. I have told you blood circulatory system consists of three parts: blood, heart, and blood vessels. So among these substances, first we will discuss about the blood. What is the blood? So the first important thing of blood is that it is made by blood is made by blood is made by connective tissues. Connective tissues. I have told you again and again that our bones are made by connective tissues. Okay. So connective tissue is an important thing in your composition of our blood. That our blood is made by a connective tissue. Okay. And second important thing is that it consists of blood plasma. Blood plasma. So another important thing. So question is that what is a blood plasma? What is the meaning of plasma? Plasma means fluid. What is the meaning of plasma? Plasma means fluid. So the fluid, the blood in the form of fluid which runs in our body, in our arteries, in our vein. That is called a blood plasma. Okay, and the third important thing is that its weight. Its weight is about 1/12 part of the body. So what is the weight of blood in our body? So it is about 1/12 part of our body. 1/12 part of our body. This is the weight of blood inside the body. Now question is that how much blood our body is needed. So our body needed about an adult needed approximately 5 liter blood. So how much blood we have needed in our body? Our body needs approximately 5 liter blood. Okay. So this is the important thing. Now question is that our blood consists of two things. First, it consists of blood cells, and the second is that blood plasma. Okay. Our blood consists of two important things. What are these two important things? These are blood cells and blood plasma. So in our body, the ratio of blood cell is 45% and the ratio of blood plasma is about 55%. So according to ratio, we can see the ratio of blood plasma is more than as compared to the ratio of blood cells in our body. Okay. And the next point is that about in our blood plasma, 90 to 92%. How much is that? 92% water is present in blood plasma. So how much water is present? Approximately 90 to 92% water is present in our blood plasma, and 8 to 10% are salts and other dissolved substances. So how much things are present? 8 to 10%. 8 to 10% are other salts and other dissolved materials are present in blood plasma. So I am repeating the composition of blood. The first important thing is that blood is made by connective tissue, and we all of know this thing that blood is produced in adult. In adult humans, the blood is produced in our bone marrow. Okay, and we all of know our bones are responsible to produce minerals and bloods for human body. So, because our bones are made by connective tissue, so our blood is also made by connective tissue. This is the first one. Second composition of blood is that it consists of blood plasma, and I have told you plasma. Plasma means a fluid, and this plasma is present in the cytoplasm. Where it is present? It is present in the cytoplasm. And you all of know the meaning of cyto is that cell, and plas means the fluid. So the fluid which is present in the cell, okay, the fluid which is present in the cell, that is called the cytoplasm. That is called blood plasma. Okay. And what is the weight of blood in our body? 1/12 part of our body weight consists of blood. The body weight of 1/12 part of the body consists of blood. Second one, in an adult. An adult, how much needed of blood? An adult needed approximately 5 liters of blood in his body. And the two things are present, they are important inside our blood, and they are two things are blood cells and blood plasma. Blood cells 45% are present in our body, and we all of know we have different types of cells in our blood. The three main important cells are present in our blood, and they are, and we can say the important cells are first are red blood cells, second are white blood cell, and third are platelets. Further, we will discuss the detail of these cells and blood plasma, which consists of 55%. So when we combine them, we can see 100% in our blood cells and blood plasma are present in the blood. Okay, and the last point, next point is that 90 to 92%. Blood plasma mainly consists of 90 to 92% water inside it, and it has 8 to 10% salts and other dissolved substances inside it. Okay, so this is the composition of blood. These are the main points which I have underlined. So you also have to underline in your book, and you have to learn. Okay, now after that we will discuss the water plasma. Okay, in the water plasma, which things are present? Okay, the next topic is that about water of plasma. So first of all, in the water of plasma, the things which are present, the important material, first it consists of digested food. It consists of digested food. It means it helps to digest the food, helping digestion. And the second one, it also has other substances, like it has some salts and other substances. And the third one is that it has a it also has a respiratory gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen. So you have to underline in your book. In our blood plasma, the important thing is that it helps in digestion, it has salts and other substances, and it also helps in gases exchange and which are carbon dioxide and oxygen. So these all things are present in the water of plasma. Okay. After that, now we will discuss the types of blood cells. Now we have discussed this topic, we have discussed this topic, we have discussed this topic. Now we will discuss the blood cells. Blood cells. So blood cells are very important part of the blood because our blood consists of three different types of cells. So what are these cells? They are red blood cells, and in short form we call it RBCs. Second one is white blood cells, and we call it WBCs. And the third one is called platelets. So first of all, I will give you the introduction of these cells. What are these? First is that red blood cells. The mostly part of the blood consists of red blood cells. Commonly, they are present in the blood in the abundant form. There are many cells are present in the red blood cells. Red blood cells are present in the blood. Second one is called white blood cells. White blood cells, we all of know, they attack against germs and they also maintain our immune system. Okay, and the third one is called platelets. The important function of platelets is that actually they make clotting in our body. Actually, if we have any wound in our body, so they help to repair that area of in our body. So these all cells plays very important role inside our body. So first of all, we will discuss about the red blood cells, the important points of the red blood cells. Red blood cells. So the first important point of red blood cell is that they have no nucleus. Lost the nucleus when they are mature. When they are mature. So keep in your mind, when red blood cells are mature, when they comes in a complete form, they lost their nucleus. Okay. The second important point is that red cells have red color. Why do they have red color? Now next question is that if red blood cells have red color, so question of how do they get the red color? So all red blood cells have a chemical called hemoglobin. So the color of red blood cell is due to the chemical which is called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is when attached with the red blood cells, so it gives pigment to the red blood cells. And because of that, these cells convert into red color. And the important function of hemoglobin is that it carries oxygen. It carries oxygen. So when this blood moves each and every cell inside our body, so actually it is providing the oxygen to each and every organ of our body, Okay. So first, if they lost the nucleus when they become mature. Secondly, RBCs have a chemical which is called hemoglobin, and the color of red blood cell is due to hemoglobin. When this hemoglobin is attached with red blood cell, so it gives them to pigment of red color, and because of that, these cells are converted into red color. Okay. Next point important is that the shape of red blood cells is biconcave. Biconcave. Okay. They have elastic cell membrane. Their lifespan in the body is about 120 days. They are died in 1 centimeter cubic. They are present 5 to 5.5 million in male and in 1 centimeter cubic 4 to 4.5 million in female, and approximately 1 to 2 million cells are died after every second. So these all are the important points. So these all are the important points about the red blood cells. Okay. So I am repeating these points again. So the first point is that red blood cells lost the nucleus when they are mature. This is the first important point. Second, their RBCs have a chemical called hemoglobin. Okay. So the color of red blood cells is red due to the hemoglobin. Then it attached with red blood cell, it gives them pigment to red color. So they and the hemoglobin also carry oxygen. So this is very important to transport oxygen in the human body. Next point is the shape of RBC red blood cell is biconcave. Its shape is like a biconcave. Next is that red blood cells have elastic cell membrane. Elastic cell membrane. Okay, their lifespan is about 120 days or 4 months in the body. They can alive in our blood approximately for only 120 days or for 4 months. After 4 months, new red blood cells are produced in the blood. Okay, in 1 centimeter cubic. It is the ratio of blood in 1 centimeter cubic of blood. How many red blood cells are present? 5 to 5.5 million red blood cells are present in male. If there is a male, in 1 centimeter cubic in his blood, there should be 5 to 5.5 million red blood cells in its blood. If there is a female, in 1 centimeter cubic blood, there should be 4 to 4.5 million red blood cells are present in 1 centimeter cubic blood. Okay, and 1 to 2 million cells, 1 to 2 million red blood cells are died after every second. So these all are the important points of red blood cells. Okay, I hope you understand it about the red blood cells. After that, now we will discuss the white blood cells. What are white blood cells? Okay. White blood cells. And in short form, we can call it lymphocytes. What can we call it? We call it leukocytes. Okay. So leukocytes, white blood cell. First, I will give you the introduction. White blood cells. Okay, buddy. The next type of cell is called white blood cells. Okay, white blood cells also called leukocytes. Okay, and a disease which is called leukemia. Actually, it is a disease which is happen inside the body of a person. Leukemia. Actually, it is called the cancer. So when there is abnormal growth of white blood cell inside the body, that can cause of leukemia. Okay, when there is an abnormal growth of white blood cells in the blood, it can cause of leukemia. Okay, leukemia in simple word we can say blood cancer. Okay, now we will discuss what are white blood cells. White blood cells also called leukocytes, and the importance of the white blood cell is that their important function is there to attack against germs. Okay, so whenever any bacteria or virus enters into the body, at that time they begin to work and they kill that germ. So because of that they make our immune system strong. Okay, now we will discuss the important points of white blood cells. So what are they? So first of all, the important thing is that what is that? They are colorless. The first important is that thing that they are colorless. Okay. Second is that they are present in the tissues and fluids which are produced inside our body, where they are located. Okay, and the third important, how much they are present in 1 cubic millimeter, in 1 cubic millimeter. They are present approximately 7,000 to 8,000. How much they are present? They are present approximately 7,000 to 8,000. Okay, what is their lifespan? Their lifespan is about a few months to a year. Okay, they can alive in the body for a few months and for a year. Okay, and next important is their function. What is their function? The main agents in body's defense system. They are the main agents for defense of our body. Okay. Next important point of white blood cells is that types of leukocytes. Okay, so it has also types. Types are granulocytes and agranulocytes. Okay, so before starting its types, I would like to explain the important points of white blood cells. I tell you the introduction of white blood cells. They are present in our blood and they attack against our germs. So the first important thing is that they are colorless. So why they are colorless? Because there is no pigment present in the blood which attach to them and give them to a color, as it is happened in the red blood cells. When hemoglobin attach with the cells, so they give them the red pigment. So because of that, the blood cells convert, red blood cells convert into red color. So importantly, they are colorless. So where they are present in the body, they are present in the tissues, in our tissues and fluids which are produced in our body. So how much ratio of white blood cells is present in the blood? So 1 cubic millimeter, approximately 7,000 to 8,000 red white blood cells are present. Okay, what is its lifespan? They can alive in human body for a few months till to a year. For a few months, only for a few months they can live, and they can run for a year. And for a year and 1 year, till 1 year they can alive in the body. And the next important, what is the function of white blood cell? The function of white blood cell, they are main agents for defense of our body. Means strong our immune system. Immune system. So what is the important function of white blood cells? They actually strong our immune system. After that, I have told you we have two types of white blood cells in our body. First is called granulocytes and second one is called agranulocytes. Now I will tell you the difference between two. In granulocytes are the leukocytes with granular cytoplasm. These include neutrophils, eosinophils and basophils. Granulocytes further consist of neutrophils, eosinophils, and the last one is that eosinophils, and the last one is that basophils. So what is the difference between two? Granulocytes are present in the cytoplasm. I have told you the definition of cytoplasm. Cyto means cell and plasm means fluid. So the fluid which is present around the nucleus of the cell, that is called cytoplasm. Among them there is a two types of blood cells are produced. There are two types of white blood cells. First is called granulocytes. Granulocytes are present in the fluid in the form of granule. Okay, and further they are divided, and in granulocyte further three important substances are present. First is called neutrophils, second is called eosinophils, and third is called basophils. Now I will tell you the function of these important parts. So neutrophils destroys some small particles by phagocytosis. Destroy small particles by phagocytosis. So if you keep in your mind your chapter number 4, you also have discussed the process of exocytosis and endocytosis, in which you have discussed about phagocytosis and endocytosis. So cellular eating is called phagocytosis. So the neutrophils, the substance which is present in the white blood cell, its important function is there to destroy all small objects, and by phagocyte actually it does the cellular eating. Actually the substances which are not necessary for the body of a person, its important function is to eat them, to kill them. Okay. Next one is that eosinophils. So the important function of eosinophil to kill the inflammatory substances, kill bacteria and inflammatory substances. So this is very important. The role of eosinophil in white blood cell is that it kills bacteria and inflammatory substances. Inflammatory means if there is a swelling in any organ of your body, inside the organ and outside the organ. So that process is called inflammation. So the important function of white blood cell is there to kill the substance which is present in white blood cell, which is called eosinophil. Its important function to kill unwanted bacteria and inflammatory substances. Now next is their basophils. So its important function is there to prevent blood clotting. Prevent blood clotting. Okay. So what is the meaning of clotting? The meaning of clotting is that to freezing the blood. It stops the blood clotting. It stops to blood freeze inside our body. And we all of know, we all persons need thin blood because we have very thin and sensitive and delicate network of capillaries, veins and arteries, and blood have to flow in them. So the important function of basophil is to prevent blood clotting. Actually, it helps to flow the blood in our arteries, veins, and capillaries. Okay. So because we are discussing the types of white blood cell, so granulocyte further divided into neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. And after that, I have told their function. Neutrophil destroys small particles by the process which is called phagocytosis, and in simple words we can say this is called cellular eating. Second one is called eosinophil. Eosinophils kill bacteria and inflammatory substances. And basophils, its important function is to prevent blood clotting inside the blood. Okay. Now we will discuss the second type of white blood cell, and that is called agranulocytes. So agranulocytes are the leukocytes with clear cytoplasm. They include monocytes. They include monocytes and lymphocytes in them. They include monocytes and lymphocytes. And lymphocytes. So our granulocyte further consists of monocytes and lymphocytes. So lymphocytes, monocytes produce macrophages which engulf germs. Its important function is there to engulf germs. Engulf germs. And the important function of lymphocyte is that its important function is there to produce antibodies and kill germs. Produce antibodies and kill germs. So till now, the introduction of white blood cell has been completed. Okay, I have told you granulocyte I have discussed. Second type of white blood cells are granulocytes. Okay, further divided into monocytes and lymphocytes. Monocytes engulf germs. It means it gather the germs. Okay, and the lymphocyte, the function is there to produce antibodies and kill germs. I want to understand the types of blood cell. Now, one type is that which is platelets. Inshallah, we will discuss in our next lecture. Thank you so much. समझ नहीं दिख रहा है इसमें अगला मेरा